Hello, I am Misty Zanger, host of this video podcast, Helping Around the Hat, coming at you from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, where we are home to the world's largest teepee, brought to us from the 1988 Olympics in Calgary, Alberta. Medicine Hat is a diverse community with so many passionate people, organizations, and groups who want to help so many other people in the community be their best selves. And I have networked with fellow community members to bring you more of their passions and purpose to help others in the community. Join me as we dive into helping around the hat. Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to Helping Hatters.
Thanks
I'm
for
here
having me.
with Logan Straub, our musical gifted artist, who decided, at request, I guess, that you would be able to help me with doing a little number for
Absolutely.
this podcast.
Yeah.
What made you say yes?
Well, other than I already know you and we have a friendship, it's something that was challenging. I've never done it before, especially something that is happy and more about not myself or not my friends or anything like that. It was about the city that we live in. So it was a cool challenge to write something so joyful and monumental, I guess, paying tribute to some of the cool themes we have around Medicine Hat. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and it sounds great.
It was tough, but we got her. We got her.
Yeah,
so
I think so, and it will live on beyond this podcast.
Oh geez.
And whether you want it to or not.
No, I'm happy to have my name attached to it. So
that's good.
There's a place that I know where all sunshine goes. The bright spot along the highway road. City where you always know someone to think of. Where's it at? Hey, Medicine Hat. Sitting on the treaty 74, sunny spot with an open door. On the river with a few cookies, great Olympic TV. Hey, would you look at that? Hey, I see that. Oh, it's roots run deep, top and ground up in the sunny city where you always gotta be. Calling patterns, helping patterns. Medicine Hat. Up in heart and rise up to enjoy it. Don't forget to jump part of you. Those bricks have history. Welcome back. Hey, Medicine Hat. Oh, it's good. Walking down a blue Sunny city where you always gather. Calling patterns, helping patterns. That's it. I'm not saying it took courage, but maybe a smidge of liquid courage to really get out there and start performing and making mistakes and learning and networking. That's the toughest part, I think, is that. But I keep doing it because I love playing music. I love that I get to sing the songs that I love, and people like that too.
Welcome to Helping Hatters, Annie Anderson.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. What made you say, yeah, I want to be on this video podcast?
I think it's great when people I know or meet are chasing their passions and living their dreams and they're excited about something and I can support it. I'm in.
Yes. Specifically, Misty J. Zanger right here.
Specifically you.
What lets you know that I am excited about this project?
The je ne sais quoi, that
Ooh.
spark in your eyes, the willingness to step out of the box, to go down a path that has not yet been forged by you, one that potentially could cause all sorts of stress and nervousness and excitement, and you're doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm. And I think on the other side, the positive ripple effects that are going to come from such a simple idea of a project,
Yeah.
right? Talking to people who live or have grown up in Medicine Hat or surrounding areas, and they are also passionate about what they're investing their time and energy into.
Yeah.
And that's why throughout my years trying to discover optimum living quality and healthy and um, vibrant well-being for myself, I've stumbled across you and thought there's nobody who's quite like Annie Anderson. So people like you and other awesome human beings, not just around Medicine Hat, but around
There's a
the
group
world.
of us around the world.
Yeah, and all sorts of different modalities and backgrounds and life experiences.
Skills and gifts.
All of it.
Yeah.
And if you want to seek it out, you can find it.
Yes. 100%.
You agree to that.
100%.
So Annie wants to show us a little bit of a quick technique that we can do to check with our own selves to find some answers.
Yeah, it's a way of communicating with your body to find out what your body truly believes in, agrees with, or disagrees with, that is done without words.
And we call it?
Muscle testing.
Muscle testing. And where'd you learn about muscle testing?
I learned it through my Reiki training classes.
Oh, okay.
But you can learn about it all sorts of different ways. There's all sorts of different types of muscle testing. It's also used in something called the emotion code or body code by Dr. Bradley Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, again, just a way of communicating with your subconscious and your body in a way that can be private,
right,
and actually quite revealing.
Mm-hmm. And it can be used, you told me an example of picking the right strawberries for you at the supermarket to like bigger decisions and feeling confident, like, and in the chaos of our minds and overthinking of being like, oh, let's just check with the body.
Yes.
What is it telling me?
Yes.
And listening.
Is it my impulse that wants this, or is it actually truly for my best and highest good?
Right.
Well, my one final thought is, one of the biggest things I want people to realize is they have it in them.
Mm-hmm.
They have the healing ability in them. It's not somebody else that's doing it for them or to them. It is them that is doing the work.
But they need to be able to step out of themselves and say, I can get help.
Yeah, and I deserve this.
Yes.
And I'm allowed, and I should.
Yeah,
and
the worthiness and the empowerment.
For all the things of the universe.
Because if there is bazillions of things out there, and we only have so much tools given to us through natural born
gifts,
and then tapping into that, and also the conditioning that happens to make us forget about that. So there's a lot of work to do.
And build a team. Build a team around you of people that love you and support you and want you to win, and they're winning in their lives.
100%.
Welcome to my studio.
Yeah, to your studio and the Helping Hatters video podcast. And I'm sitting with Corey Stodolka. And just tell me a little bit about you and why why we know each other and what you do, and
Oh
just
boy,
give me the pitch.
so many questions in that. You're one of my oldest friends.
Grade 1,
Yeah.
I believe, is our start.
And we're coming, well, you're already at that big number of age, which I'm not going to say, and I'm there this year. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a decade change.
it's like 35 years of being friends, which
Pretty
is
much.
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we know each other.
Went to school
Went to
together.
school, Irvin, wonderful stomping grounds.
Yep.
I still get to go there because my man's now a teacher there.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I've been a photographer for 12 years now. Well, yeah, 12 years. But I'm changing the direction of my business. So essentially it feels like it's in its infancy again.
Right.
I'm like, okay, let's start all over.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
But you love it. And
Comfortable. So we'll do a couple things. And so it could just be like this, and then we're just turning. Yeah, so that, like you said, it's not stiff. It's a bit more natural. We'll do it a couple times. Okay. Okay. Oh, perfect. Come on, focus. There we go. So same thing. I want your body this way, and then we're going to turn with our bow tie. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Okay. Can we do that one more time? So you got to just keep getting different angles here. Yes. Oh, I love that. That's great. And then looking here while you're doing it. Yeah. And even looking back out the window there over your shoulder. Yes. Yeah. Right there. Oh, I like that. See, that's still sort of cutesy, but it's not like 2-year-old cutesy. Okay, I just want you to look down right there. I really like it. Like even like play with your bow tie, like fiddle around with it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then big laugh right there. Oh, looking down.
welcome to Helping Hatters. And Emery Christie is my guest today. And tell me why we're talking, who you are, how you come to this place of Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. So, yes, I'm Emery Christie. I have had what I would call a love affair with Medicine Hat for many, many years. I had a family member move here many years ago when all of our children were small, and on occasion I'd come and visit and really just loved the space. It's so different from where I come from. The landscape looks like another world. And this space is so rich with history and beauty and sunshine and parks and so many things that I admired. And every time I've lived in Medicine Hat and Redcliffe, my experiences, my circumstances have been different. My experiences have been different. And I will say, I never stop finding things to love and to be amazed at. And whether it's another, old structure that I've never noticed before, or whether it's, walking through a park and appreciating something new, or whether it's more people that I meet, I just feel that there's such an abundance of things to love about this space. And so it's a special place. And so when I started doing readings, I'm a psychic medium, and this has been my career path for the last 9 years full time. I'm just going to get connected from my team of spirits to your team of spirits, and of course, guided by source. So it'll take a moment. So the first thing that I'm just going to acknowledge is that what pops out to me, I'm drawn to your eyes and your ears. And so these things more connect to a few different things. On one hand, your strengths in the physical world, but on the other hand, your strengths in the more psychic sense level. And so obviously you've got some intuition, some connection to psychic senses. And again, I think all people have at least a hair up to a range. So, if I may, I'd like to go forward a little bit. And I want you to know that going forward a little bit into who you are and what I see for you, um, there was just the most beautiful image. And it was an image of you. I saw you from about the waist up. You were standing, and you, just in all of the confidence that you have, you were public speaking
Mm.
to a big group. And to me, this just seems like where you're at your happiest.
Mm.
It's like your platform. And of course, sharing messages, whether it's at the helm of the classroom, whether it is in front of a live audience, whether it is broadcasted, there's so many different ways to get our messages out, as well as writing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this could be extremely literal, like a motivational speaker, a life presenting, or it could be something where you maybe get your message out different ways. So it could be a little bit more symbolic.
Hello and welcome to Helping Hatters. Today we have with us Crystal, and she's going to more or less introduce herself, and maybe also while you do a little intro, you can add your connections to Medicine Hat. That'd be great.
Hi. My name is Crystal Janelle Harankiu. I work as the self-love witch. So that means I help women and gender diverse people learn how to fall in love with themselves by way of trauma-informed care, but also by way of ritual and a little bit of magic. I was born in Medicine Hat, actually, and moved to Manitoba for most of my childhood, and then moved back when I was 17, and then moved away again for a brief period of time, and then I've been back since about 2008.
Okay, so quite a journey away, but then lots of time spent in Medicine Hat.
Yes.
And you would call it home?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovingly?
Most of the time.
Yes.
Yes.
More than your home was in Manitoba?
Absolutely. Yes.
So it takes the cake.
It does. Yes.
And what do you love about Medicine Hat?
I love that it's a safe place to raise my kids. I have 4, so that's really, really important. And I love that there's a lot to enjoy here as far as like walking paths and coffee shops, which is why we're currently in a coffee shop, and the capacity to make like authentic connections, right? Like the people here are just really good people.
Mhm.
You don't feel empowered if you don't feel you love yourself. You can't embrace your sexuality and your sexual self if you don't love yourself. Nothing. And through all of it, right, through all of my practices, it's always about getting to the source,
Mhm.
right? What is the root? Where do we need to start so that everything else can fall into place? It's kind of been the theme of my learning, I guess, right? Writing is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Even though like the writing part actually came very easily to me, I sat and wrote. And I will say that I channeled it all, right? This is not from me. This is from source, right? Because I'm a witch, it's a gift that moved through me to paper.
Welcome to Helping Hatters. I'm here with Katie, and she's my lovely hairdresser for the last 2 years. And we're going to learn a little bit more about what helping hatters and helping people with hairdressing, why that's so valuable in not just Medicine Hat, but around the world. Haircuts matter.
Yeah, they do.
Again, our hair is such an expression of our personalities and professional status. Whatever you're going for, your hair and your wardrobe are really going to speak before you even open your mouth.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
People are visual. They like to see things before listening. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a big first impression.
Yeah, huge, for sure.
And not just for yourself in the mirror in the morning, but how others perceive you.
Yeah.
So, and I think some people undervalue
Yeah.
how their own appearance affects them even.
Right.
Because as my hair grows out, I feel less energized.
Right.
Like I feel a little sluggy.
Right. Yeah, you're just feeling a little down because it's just not looking like it should.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same with people, I guess, if they're not like washing it and like
Right. Yeah.
getting it clean and
just taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our hair becomes a real billboard for who we are.
Yeah.
And how we feel internally.
Yeah, I agree.
What made you make the switch transition and to come to Medicine Hat?
I was really wanting a change, like career-wise, like stepping away from the business side of things and just kind of having a more show career. And I wanted to move away from that small town. I wanted to live somewhere bigger, a little more opportunity, a little more things to do. And all my immediate family was living or is living here and have moved here over the years. So that's why I chose here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And it's been good. I really love living here.
It's been 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. Medicine Hat seems like a great community city. That kind of makes sense. Like it almost has like that small town feel, but it has all the city amenities.
You bet.
So I really like that.
And it's really a bebop away from Saskatchewan if you need to.
Exactly. It's not too far from home for me.
Sitting on the treaty 7 and 4, sunny spot with an open door, running river with a few coolies, and 88 Olympic TPA. Looking like that. Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Rise up, you'll enjoy the view. Don't forget the Delta pottery. Those bricks have history. Hey, hey. Looking back. Hey, 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 Medicine Hat.
Hi,
How are
I'm doing well,
you?
as you would say. Trevor Moore, the one and only. Well, actually, that's not true at all, because I'm sure there's plenty of Trevor Moores, but the only one I know and am interviewing today on my Helping Hatters video podcast. And tell me a little bit about who you are and how you came to live in Medicine Hat.
Yes, and like you said, there may be other Trevor Moores. There certainly are. There's one that plays in the NHL. I don't ever get confused for him, but there is a comedy magician in California by the same name, and occasionally we cross paths mistakenly in threads. So there are other Trevor Moores, but yeah, Medicine Hat. I mean, really, for the most part, I would call it home. I mean, I was born in the Okanagan, born in Vernon, BC, and attended kindergarten there. My parents moved out this way because my dad's family was in Medicine Hat. My mom's family was in Lloydminster. So between kindergarten and grade 1 was the shift to Alberta, and I've been here ever since. And although Vernon still feels like home in my heart, I like the mountains, I like the trees, I like that stuff. But everything in my life in terms of formative, development happened here in Medicine Hat, and I love it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much implanted quite young.
Yep.
And that's me too. I came here when I was about 5 or 6 years old from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. So yes, that can be my hometown, but this is definitely where I call home.
Yep.
And will always be a big part of my life.
I typically work in the world of habit and confidence development, working a lot with the 3 primary sort of areas I work with is athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. The one that's kind of slid along the sidelines, sort of my alter ego, is the comedy and magic, right? Corporately been performing for years. And it's something I always had a passion for magic. Like I always loved magic. Anytime there was magic on TV as a kid, I couldn't record it and I couldn't watch it enough. I just loved it. Examine those for me.
They are real cards.
Mm-hmm. This would be a really good one to the camera.
Cool. Okay.
So 3 cards, 3 card rings. All right, here's the first part of a 2-part trick. The first part is the easy part. Second part is the hard part. The easy part is the linking of the cards.
Okay.
Second part, the unlinking, that's the hard part. And the reason that one is so hard is because I've got to give you the cards as a souvenir after, and I have to make sure that you can't find any of the tears that you thought you just saw.
Pretty wicked. Magic. This is the theme song that Logan Straub did for us.
There's a place that I know where all sunshine goes. The brightest spot along the highway 1. City where you always know someone. Hey, hey. Where's it at? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Sitting on trees, having a floor. Sunny spot with an open door. Running the river with a few coolies. 88 Olympic TP. Would you look at that? Hey, hey, Medicine Hat.
Is that who's like singing it right now? Yeah.
He's playing, he plays the guitar, and then it's overlaid with him playing his ukulele, and then a guy, Chris Streifel, produced and added a few other percussion. Sliced it all together and gave me a bunch of clips of all the different components.
It's crazy what you can make with even AI right now in terms of music like
I
this.
know. I have my other podcast that I'm trying to launch, but I didn't want to go down to that path because it's called Helping Humans. I'm using AI.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a real jerk.
Yeah.
And I asked him to do it because I really loved what he did for mine.
Yeah.
But he was busy. They just had a baby in October.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so catchy. Like, it's one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs. So that's the song. You're in the Helping Hatters vibes now. Hello and welcome to Helping Hatters. I'm here with John, and he's going to introduce himself. And can you also add into that introduction what your connections to Medicine Hat are?
Well, as she stated, my name is John, and owner-operator at Super Clean Auto Detailing and Car Wash. Yeah, born and raised Medicine Hat. Yeah, never ended up leaving, and just grow a super clean business and kind of forget about what we wanted to do of, you know, selling cars and having the fun job.
Right.
So, yeah, 5 years later, here we are, and Super Clean's done good for itself. And I don't know, maybe in a year or two, we'll look back at getting into importing cars again. But
Right.
for now, yeah, I've just gotten Super Clean up and running good, and still trying to expand and doing portable pressure washing now, and you know, specialty work. Got into power polishing and just got quite a few clients with that. It's a whole new world, right? So
Yeah.
there's lots to always learn, right?
Tell me about what else you've added to your repertoire.
Been keeping busy into health and fitness, and fresh eggs and more is another business that I'm helping out with. So we're a pickup location for basically fresh farm foods, all coming from local Hutterites within probably about an hour radius or less from us. From Acadia Valley to Elkwater to Jenner to, you know, all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got fresh eggs, chicken, all sorts of ground beef, chicken wings, salamis, steaks, you name it.
Yeah.
We've got one guy for fresh pails of pure unpasteurized honey.
Mm-hmm.
One guy for potatoes and onions and garlic. So each one does something that's really their own specialty, and we just put a list together and have that all here for people to pick up. So
There's a place that I know, it's where all the sunshine goes, the brightest spot along the highway 1, a city where you always know someone. Hey, hey, where's it at? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Sitting on the treaty 7 and 4, a sunny spot with an open door, a running river with a few coolies, and the 88 Olympic teepee. Hey, hey, would you look at that? Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Oh, its roots run deep, a stomping ground of community, a sunny city where you always matter. We call it Hatters, Helping Hatters, Medicine Hat. Hop in a hot air balloon, rise up, you'll enjoy the view. Don't forget my Delta pottery, those bricks have history. Hey, hey, welcome back. Hey, 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 Medicine Hat. Oh, its roots run deep, a stomping ground of community, sunny city where you always matter. We call it Hatters, Helping Hatters, Medicine Hat.
Helping Hatters was created, hosted, and produced by Misty Zanger and is a Mistyfied Productions podcast.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean Cathcart, and I'm a Program Manager at TELUS STORYHIVE and the Territory Manager for Southern Alberta, including Medicine Hat. Congratulations to Misty and everyone who's been a part of producing Helping Hatters. I'm honored to be celebrating your premiere with you. We're thrilled to have your project as part of our first ever StoryHive video podcast premiere, which features 65 brand new projects from across BC and Alberta that are available to watch starting April 8th. On behalf of the entire StoryHive team, we're so delighted to see you share your community's stories and conversations with audiences everywhere through this brand new video podcast made right here in Medicine Hat. At StoryHive, our mission is to celebrate and amplify local stories from content creators, filmmakers, video podcasters, and live streamers in BC and Alberta. We provide production funding, training, mentorship, and distribution support for their projects through innovative programs that accept applications throughout the year. And even brand new storytellers can apply. No previous experience is required. We believe that you don't have to live in a big city to gain big skills. You can share stories from your community while continuing to live there. If you have a story you're eager to share, or if gaining new skills in video production sounds really exciting to you, please check us out online at storyhive.com or at StoryHive on social media. You can find StoryHive content free on TELUS Optic TV Channel 9, Stream Plus, and StoryHive's YouTube channel. Check us out for more local stories from Medicine Hat. Congratulations again to Misty and the folks from Helping Hatters. I'm wishing you a great screening. And now here's a sneak peek of our newest short film and documentary funding program. It is accepting applications from April 1st to May 8th. The StoryHive Pan-Asian Storyteller Edition. Take a look.
Your story, your narrative. Honoring Pan-Asian heritage. Apply for the first ever TELUS STORYHIVE Pan-Asian Storyteller Edition. $20,000 in funding to produce a short film or documentary. Professional mentorship and access to a massive audience of viewers. The next wave of filmmaking is here, and it's all about you. Apply by May 8th at storyhive.com.